This exercise asks us to name the sides of a triangle. Now, I always start by finding out which side is the hypotenuse. It's the longest side. It's also the side which is furthest away from the right angle. So in this question here, that must be the hypotenuse. I'll just use 3 letters to make it easier. I then find the opposite side next. Now the opposite side is the one which is furthest away from the angle that you know. Now we know this angle, and so the one which is furthest away from that must be this side. That's the opposite side. So when it doesn't have anything, it's not touching the angle that you know. And the adjacent side is the only other side left. It's the one which goes with the hypotenuse to make up the angle that you know. So this must be the adjacent, ADJ, side in that triangle. Let's do it again. So, first of all, identify the hypotenuse. It's the longest side. It's the side furthest from the right angle. It must be this side. Then identify the opposite side, furthest away from the angle which you know. It must be this one over here. It's opposite the angle you know. And adjacent is the only other one, and it goes with the hypotenuse to make up the angle you know, and so that's the one. Adjacent, ADJ. The hypotenuse side is the longest side. The side furthest from the right angle is the hypotenuse. The opposite is the one furthest from the angle which you know. Here's the angle we know. The one which is furthest away is this one over here, opposite. And the adjacent side is the other one. And it goes with the hypotenuse to make up the angle that you know. We're not actually told this angle here, but if we knew it, we'd be able to identify the sides. The hypotenuse is furthest from the right angle, the longest side. The opposite is furthest from the angle that you know. This is the angle we know, and this is the side opposite. I'm running out of space here. And the adjacent side is the other one, and it goes with the hypotenuse to make up the angle we know. Hypotenuse is the longest. The opposite side is furthest from the angle that we know. And the adjacent is the other side, and it goes with the angle that we know to make up that angle. It goes with the hypotenuse to make up the angle we know. Hypotenuse is the longest, furthest from the right angle. Opposite is furthest from the angle that we know. If we know this angle, this one will be the opposite. And the adjacent is the other one, which goes with the hypotenuse to make up the angle that we know. That must be the adjacent. Now it's very important that you know how to name the sides of a triangle. So have a go at the questions that are at the back of the book.